Hello, my friends. Welcome from Vedanta Edulearn. We'll take up a very important topic called entrepreneurial mindset. Ever since the last 2 decades and the tight market conditions, this is one objective and one trait which every employer looks in his employees. So let's understand what is an entrepreneurial mindset. I guess we all know an employee and entrepreneur has two different ways of looking at things. An employee works when he's paid, while an entrepreneur works on what he likes to do whenever paid. Look at this a little more interestingly. An employee works on something to get away from. He may not necessarily enjoy it. And he does not want to do it all the time. He will do it for a specific period of time. While an entrepreneur is very excited about what he does and he's ready to put in as much time as needed. What does the employee expect from the organization? He expects something which he deserves. And he expects it immediately or on a regular time. While the entrepreneur actually is wanting an opportunity to create things. And he's ready to wait to earn money on it a little late. So this is a big difference between an employee and entrepreneur. So why not become an entrepreneur? After all, you get to do what you like to do. Entrepreneur word comes from a Latin word which comes indirectly from a Sanskrit word, antaprerna, which simply means inner inspiration. All entrepreneurs are inspired within. They have antaprerna. Employees may or may not have. So that should make it very clear why an entrepreneur is having entrepreneur. He is working on something which he is excited about and something which he is creating. And therefore, he is ready to do it all the time. And therefore, he is ready to wait to earn off it also after some time. We have been answering a lot of questionnaires in our lifetime, in our career. And every time we are asked, what's your occupation? Typically, choices like this come up. And we typically tick service, seva. As employees, we are doing seva. Let's understand what the other four people mean. The great book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, classifies the four categories into what I believe is a very good matrix. Everyone begins as an employee, where you have a job. Then, over a period of time, you may, if you have got the entrepreneur, to move to what is known as S, self-employed. Here you own a job. You still have it, but you own it. You have given a job to yourself. And then you move on to a system where you own a company, you've got a lot of people in it, there are systems and processes, and the income is earned, of which some portion you keep and the rest is distributed amongst all the stakeholders. And then if your entrepreneur is really big, you reach to what is known as an investor, where the money is put in assets which is owned by business owners and the money is earned. Let's make this simple. An employee exchanges his work, which is effort and time, for money. He has not much choices on what kind of work he'll do and how much time he has to work. The self-employed man is, on the other hand, choosing what he'll work for, but he has not much choice on time, and he's doing this again for exchange for money. Then slowly, with more inner inspiration, he starts to have choices on work and on the time he spends, because now he has set up a system. He has set up a company with so many people working, and therefore he chooses to what to work on, how much time to work on, and so that he makes his money. And the fourth guy, Warren Buffett, money works for him. He doesn't do much work. So what's entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship has got three aspects. One is an entrepreneur, one is technology changes, which really creates the opportunities, and market opportunities, which is what is sellable. So technology creates the possibilities of creating new things, and market opportunities creates the possibility of monetizing. What do you think of these three most critical it would be? Surprisingly, technology is the second most important thing. Market opportunity is probably the third. Most important is the entrepreneur, the man who has got the inner inspiration. He is the key. Most venture capitalists bet their money on the man, not as much on his idea. So very simply, entrepreneurship is all about having an entrepreneurial mindset. with entrepreneurial motivation and having an entrepreneurial behavior, which means to think like an entrepreneur, to have or to be inspired like an entrepreneur, and to behave like an entrepreneur. Let me repeat this. Mindset is swabhav. You should think like an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is motivation is like be like an entrepreneur. And the third one, bazaru, behavior, is more like becoming an entrepreneur. Surprisingly, in India, while swabhav and entrepreneur has a lot of positive strokes, bazaru is looked upon as something which is not a very positive thing. And that's one big bottleneck. While many Indians, many employees, many great leaders who have the mindset of an entrepreneur and who have the motivation of an entrepreneur, that is, who have the swabhav and the entrepreneur, don't land up becoming an entrepreneur. Bazaru nahi banna chahta. So what do we do? Can I become an entrepreneur on the job? Yes, why not? They are called what is known as entrepreneurs, where you have an entrepreneurial mindset and an entrepreneurial motivation. Entrepreneurs may have more freedom. Entrepreneurs would not have that much freedom, but they take less risk also. They don't have to take all the risk. And remember, both entrepreneurs and entrepreneur on a job role is playing a leadership role. So yes, very much. Retain your swabhav and entrepreneur. Don't have to be very bazaru and be an entrepreneur on the job. So yeah, after all, I don't have to open my own company or become self-employed to be an entrepreneur. And remember, leadership can be only achieved if you're an entrepreneur, which means you're an entrepreneurial mindset. And what does that mean? So our entrepreneurial mindset simply means that achievement orientation and optimism. Your ability to have your control, focus, and in your individual motivation is very high. Entrepreneur motivations are self-efficacy. You are very much focused on how well you're utilizing your time and your output. You're always looking around for motivation, and you're tolerant about ambiguity. Entrepreneurs don't look for clarity, they create clarity in the situation. And Bazaru or entrepreneurial behaviors, you need the confidence and interpersonal skills. But you don't have to leverage, build a social capital. You can leverage the company you're working on for its social capital and its already. So could we ask for anything better? So, very simple. As managers, we can become bosses. We get promoted, become bosses. But if you want to become a true leader, you have to become an entrepreneur. So to become a leader, develop an entrepreneurial mindset. Thanks for listening in and wishing you all the very best. Thank you.